I got everything I chased for 10 years and felt absolutely nothing. Here is what nobody warned me about. You keep achieving milestones, checking boxes, reaching goals you set years ago, waiting for the satisfaction to hit. But here is the uncomfortable truth. Success stops feeling successful not because you are ungrateful. It is because you have been climbing toward a feeling that achievement can't actually give you. In this video, I will show you the 6 reasons success loses its meaning based on what I watched hollow out high achievers in real careers, not what motivational speakers package into their highlight reels. Because the goals were not wrong, the assumption that reaching them would fix how you feel was. Success culture sells next level, bigger goals, compound growth, whereas real fulfillment requires internal validation, present awareness, disconnecting worth from achievement. And reason 4, that's the one that made me realize I had been running towards something that was never actually there, coming up. Every reason I am about to share focuses on why external success stops satisfying, not how to achieve more of it, because the emptiness you feel after winning is not a sign you picked wrong goals. It's a sign you are finally ready to ask better questions. Let's start with the first reason. The goalpost keeps moving. You spend years chasing a milestone, the promotion, the salary figure, the house, and the recognition. And when it finally happens, something strange occurs. For a few days, maybe even a few hours, you feel excited. But then your brain quietly resets the baseline. What once felt like a dream suddenly becomes normal. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. The brain quickly adjusts to improved circumstances, which means the achievement you once believed would transform your life becomes just another starting point. So instead of feeling fulfilled, you feel like you are back at the beginning again. Another target, another level, another chase. That's the trap of moving goalposts. You are not celebrating the climb, you are constantly restarting the race. The trapped mindset is every achievement feels like starting over. The free mindset feels you allow yourself to experience completion before chasing the next peak. Because fulfillment doesn't come from endless escalation, it comes from fully experiencing the moment you work for. The second reason is much more uncomfortable. You may have achieved someone else's definition of success. Think about the typical success checklist society hands us: good job, promotion, salary increase, house, status. Nobody asks an important question: did you ever consciously choose these goals, or were they simply inherited from parents, from culture, from corporate systems, from comparison? Many high achievers wake up one day realizing something unsettling. They have been winning a game they never actually chose to play, and that creates a very specific kind of emptiness. Externally, everything looks impressive, but internally, something feels disconnected because validation from the outside cannot replace alignment on the inside. Trapped mindset is external approval becomes the measure of success. In case of free mindset, success is defined by internal values, not external applause. And once you start defining success for yourself, some of the goals you chased for years suddenly stop looking that attractive. Now, here is the reason most people never talk about. Many people chase success not because they want achievement, but because they want to escape how they feel. They believe, if I achieve this, I will finally feel confident. If I reach this level, I will finally feel peaceful. If I succeed enough, I will finally feel worthy. But here is the reality: external achievements cannot resolve internal emotional states. You can change your job title, you can change your income, you can change your lifestyle, but if the inner narrative remains unchanged, the same anxiety, insecurity, or restlessness simply follows you to the next level. So people keep achieving more, hoping the next milestone will finally deliver the emotional state they want. But success was never designed to fix your emotional life. That requires something completely different. Self awareness, emotional processing, inner alignment. Trapped mindset says, I will feel different once I achieve more. Free mindset feels, I work on my emotional state independent of what I achieve. The next one is extremely common among professionals. You postpone leaving just until the next milestone. Once I get this promotion, then I will relax. Once I reach this salary, then I will enjoy life. Once I achieve this goal, then I will slow down. But here is the catch. The moment you reach one milestone, another milestone appears. The future you are waiting for keeps shifting forward, and suddenly you realize something unsettling. You spent years preparing for a life that you never actually paused to live. Success becomes a series of checkpoints instead of an arrival. You keep building the future, but you never feel like you have reached it. Trapped mindset considers life is always postponed. The free mindset feels you build the future while fully inhabiting the present. Success should enhance life, not delay it. Now we reach a deeper psychological reason. Many high achievers unknowingly attach their identity to performance. Who you are becomes inseparable from what you accomplish. Your value becomes tied to results, which means success temporarily confirms your worth, but failure suddenly feels like a threat to your identity. And that creates a dangerous loop. You don't just pursue achievement, you become addicted to achievement to feel okay about yourself. You keep producing results not because you want them, but because without them you feel uncomfortable. That's when success stops feeling fulfilling because it no longer feels like creation. It feels like maintenance of self worth. Trapped mindset says, I am only as valuable as my latest achievement. Free mindset says, my worth exists independent of outcomes. When that shift happens, achievement becomes expression, not survival. The final reason is incredibly powerful today. You are constantly comparing your real life to other people's curated lives. Social media, professional network, and corporate culture create a constant stream of success highlights, promotions, awards, announcements, celebrations. But what you are seeing is not reality. It is the edited, highlighted reel. You are comparing your full life, including doubts, struggles, and stress, to someone else's carefully selected moments. And comparison does something dangerous. It constantly moves the definition of enough. No matter what you achieve, someone appears to be doing more, which makes your success feel smaller than it actually is. Trapped mindset says success never feels enough. Free mindset says you define what enough looks like for your life, not for someone else. Because fulfillment begins the moment comparison stops defining your value. Stop thinking the next promotion will finally make you feel successful. Because I have watched people get every promotion available and still feel empty. The problem was never the level they reached, it was expecting external achievement to create internal peace. Believing you just need bigger goals to feel fulfilled again is the trap. Bigger goals just mean bigger emptiness when they don't deliver the feeling. That's like turning up the volume on a song you don't actually like. Louder doesn't make it better. Once you stop chasing success for the feeling and start building the feeling directly, everything shifts. Achievement becomes bonus, not requirement. You become someone who creates from the fulfillment instead of someone who achieves hoping fulfillment follows. If you are a mid-career professional tired of collecting wins that feel empty, this channel is for you. Subscribe for strategies on building inner fulfillment, disconnecting your worth from achievement, and creating success that actually aligns with your values and brings you peace. I break down what creates real meaning in real careers and real lives, not what gets celebrated in LinkedIn humble brags.